There we are.
We are live. Let's see. Let everybody. We've already got a good crowd going here. Let's give everybody a couple seconds to get in. Oh yeah, there we are. I'm still trying to get used to lives. There we are. We got 7 people on here. Let me see if I can find everybody so I don't miss people. Marlene, little homestead by the beach, and I did put a comment for you. Looks like you responded that you sent your email. Thank you. Melissa, good to have you on. And your eggs are clean. We'll talk about that in a couple of minutes. Thank God your eggs are clean. So are ours. But thanks for joining us, Melissa. And birthday girl, good to have you, Gwen. Mexican food, so you're useless. Hey, have you ever been to a good Mexican restaurant and not overeaten?
Oh, it's the chips and salsa.
No, it's just everything else. It's like going to a good barbecue joint.
Yeah.
I can't stop. I cannot stop. So, we got one up here, Famous Dave's. Wow, I've done it at other.
Yeah.
Oh, there was a place in Nashville that we were down there for work, and I couldn't stop. The brisket was so good. So, well, happy birthday, Gwen. Someone else had a birthday recently, so that's why I just assured myself I'm sleeping alone tonight. I walked by and said, "Hey, I saw one gray hair," so I'm in trouble. So, Gwen, you and Holly just hit a big number. So, 40 never looks so good. It's something. Dawn, how are you doing? Good to see you're in here. Let's see who else. I'm going to try to not fall too far behind on the chat tonight. Let's see. No one else has posted, so I don't know. It shows we got 12 on board here. So if you're in, say hi. Oh, wait, new comments.
Yeah.
That's how it is. I got to keep scrolling. Nicole Smith, welcome, Nicole. Jeez, I'm so bad.
Thanks, everybody.
There we go. Yeah, Holly gets the big happy birthday. Sheila, welcome. Good to see you. Let's see who else.
Blue collar,
yeah,
Tim, Trinity.
Tim, yep, Trinity. I'm not sure who's all in there. Laura.
Thanks, Lori.
She's still a youngster. Yes, my young bride. So, God, it's cold up here, gang. It is just, we're trying to, maybe I'll warm up scrolling through the comments tonight. Lori, oh man, it's good. Hopefully I'm not going to say this is the last cold spell of the winter, because that is the biggest way to jinx yourself. Oh my God. Where are we at right now?
-1 with -15 below tonight.
Yeah.
For us.
Nice. Mark, how are you doing? Sure, Joe. Thank you. Appreciate that. Sharing's always good. Let me see who else. I was gonna say, I'm hoping this is one of the last ones. Usually last week. Now, if my son's watching, happy belated birthday as well. Holly and my son are a day off, but traditionally up here in Minnesota, the coldest week of the year is last week. So,
yeah.
Are we past it? Maybe. Usually when you get into February, we got a chance of cold weather, but it starts to move up a little bit.
Although a couple years ago when you did the Minnesota contest up at my parents'.
Oh man, I went out mobile. I'm a ham radio operator, my geek hobby, and well, before we do that, hi Judy, welcome, 42 here. Thank you. Yeah, if we were to climb into our refrigerator, it would be
warmer than
40 degrees warmer than it is outside. So, but I took my radio out and I was mobile in a few different counties up in northern Minnesota, and it was like 30 below and blowing, and it was brutal out there.
Yeah. It was kind of like what we had over Christmas.
Oh, it was, the Arctic blast or Siberian blast, whatever you want to call it. The problem with winter, and we're talking, everybody's kind of got that Arctic blast, and now some of you are joking because you're moderating Wait. We don't. Yeah, let's hope we don't get another cold snap. You kind of see the finish line. I can kind of see it. We're about to turn into February, which means March is on the horizon. And typically, by the end of March, our snow is gone. So, knocking on some stuff, we can see the finish line.
I don't see a snow being gone in March, though.
Well, there's two things here. I'm sorry, I got something in my eyes bug me. There are two things going here. The first is we know there's 2 months left.
Yep.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
That's cold weather. Then there's getting rid of the snow. Usually it warms up in March and we get rid of the snow. We have got so much snow. We've got more snow than we've ever had here.
Yep.
At the farm in the whole time we've been here. Thanks, Gwen. Point that I did. Well, we'll get into tomatoes in a couple minutes.
Yeah.
I do have a tomato comment and a question for everybody. Some gardeners, there's a question coming up. We had a warm spell. Our driveway is gravel. And so when it snows, I like to run it over to get a pack of packed snow so that we can just have a good driveway. Well, we've had so much snow that stuff's been run over a few times. We've got a good 6 or 8 inches of a great packed driveway right now. Unfortunately, it got warm a week ago or so.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, I came back from running an errand and my car sunk down in this stuff. And there was about 4 spots I got stuck in our driveway. I was like, no way. So finally, hi, Glenda. Welcome aboard. Finally got the car in the, and tried to pack it down again. And it got cold. It was good. Our gas guy came to fill the tank. He beat the heck out of our driveway. Got his big truck stuck and spun all over the place. I guess had a pickup truck come because I looked away and all of a sudden there's a pickup. The pickup's in my front yard. It tried pulling on this big truck and started spinning sideways into our front yard. So now I got 2 guys stuck. He got the big truck out into the road, then pulled the pickup out. I've got ruts all over and I've got poles stuck in the ground to kind of say, hey, here's our driveway. Stay in the... Hi, Phil. Good to see you. He sent back, when you get a 32,000 pound truck, it was like, all I wanted was an apology. Hey, I ran over 4 of your posts and something, and he didn't get it. I don't know. So our driveway is just beat up, and I'm fearing when it gets above freezing, it's going to be just slop city for a while.
Yeah, he had messed up the driveway so much that I couldn't even park and get up to the garage one night.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I just said, because you're going to sink down, just park it out and walk through.
Yeah.
So I'm the great husband I am. Hey, just walk through the slop. Don't drive through it. So made her do that. It was just nasty. And I don't know, maybe you guys know this. I get off on these tangents on our lives. Sorry about that. When you move to the country, I'm a suburban guy way back. I grew up in the suburbs of Minneapolis, second ring suburb, very nice, affluent, putting green, lawns, the whole thing. When you get out in the country, people think that your yard is a parking lot, a place to drive,
turn around.
I don't get it. I don't get it. It's like as soon as you leave the metro area, all heck breaks loose. I don't know. We get people that just, I'm right there and they just turn around in the lawn and drive right through the lawn to get out. It's like, there's a driveway. Turn around right here and just drive. I don't get it. So, sorry. There you. No, we don't have we have a 45-degree angle on part of our driveway. Maybe I need to just explain my driveway in a video. That'd be maybe the worst video you'd ever see, but there you go. Summer and mud. Minnesota, we got 2 seasons. We got winter and road construction. Oh.
Yep.
Yeah, why do you need a lawn anyways? You know what? That's a great point. I think it's part of me is just my dad always had such pride in our yard growing up in the suburbs, and that lawn was perfect. There was not a weed anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Now we got weeds. I'm not going to argue that. We got weeds because I don't dare spray for them because we got the chickens.
Anybody wants dandelions in summer, come see us.
We got them. But there's still a little bit of pride. I still like to, when I do mow it nice, make it look good, have our homestead, our farm, have it look presentable. So hi, Kim. Welcome. What'd you miss? me grousing about winter and our driveway and the lawn. So I don't know. Let's see. Freedom. Yeah. No, there's part of me that just says
It's the suburban boy.
it's a suburban boy. Okay, Tubbsy, I don't know your first name. Let us know that. But I kept the trees up just for this live one more time. Kelly, if you're watching, maybe you're gonna watch us on the replay. I know you don't get to watch us because you go to bed early because you get up for work early. Kelly Mickelson Family Homestead, where we took ours down. Thanks, Melissa. Tubbsy, put your name down below so we know what to call you. But we kept the trees up just for Kelly. I promise this will be the last live with the trees up, and it's only been 2 months. So come on, I believe in the 12 months of Christmas, so it's always good. There you go. My lawn is the hay for the rabbits. If we do get rabbits, they'll be in a little tractor and I can pull them around. They can eat the lawn. I'm not sold on having a big lawn out here because I mow it, when it's raining.
Takes a couple hours.
I mow it once a week, and it's like, why am I mowing this when I don't really use it much? It's not like we're out throwing a ball around or.
Oh, we tried that. It's a little too rough.
Yeah, it's a little because everybody drove all over the lawn. There's ruts in it and spots, and it's like I'm gonna break an ankle if I throw a football out here. So lawn is for the friends to free range. Yes. Long grass, no, I don't. I keep it short. So anyways, that was the winter thing. Winter just doesn't seem to be ending here. Although it'll be in the 30s by next weekend.
Yep.
So yeah, maybe we'll just change the colors. I know I can change it on that LED in the back. We'll just have an Easter tree, then a 4th of July tree.
Valentine's, do the pink and...
Oh, I forgot about that. Wow, keeping that a secret. All my plans I've got for Valentine's Day. Throw hearts on there. You go, Judy. Thank you. And by the way, again, these are 2 different trees. So everybody thinks that's a mirror. That's my doorway to my office back there. So everything's we do have 2 trees. When my father passed, we got this tree here. It's my parents' one of their trees before my mom moved to a different place. So, Gunsmoke farther. I don't know about. Let's see, Matt, Rob, it's double the speed.
Yeah, you're up north, so you get a little bit colder than us. So
man, I can't imagine being even further up north. I mean, we're nuts to be this far north, but it's cold enough here in Minnesota, keeps the riffraff out. So, hopefully. So anyways, maybe we'll do a little Valentine's tree. There you go. Yeah, Paul, we'll do that. Tubbsy. Okay. Tubbsy is Tubbsy. All right. Okay. That makes it simple. Let me catch up here.
Corona Moss lawn.
We're not far enough north. We get so much heat during the summer.
The last couple summers, you hardly even mowed because it was so dry.
Yeah. Was it 2 summers ago? I went 6 weeks between mowing, which was nuts.
Yeah.
I don't think in the past 2 summers, because of how dry it's been, I think my number of times mowing the lawn has been like 7 or 8.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it really hasn't been a lot.
Usually I mow like once a week. I like it short, but what I need to do is fence the whole place in. Then we get 2 lambs.
They're good.
Let them be my lawn mowing. There's our neighbors, Matt and Sarah. Welcome. Listen while I work. Who has a driveway? We do, unfortunately, to get in.
Yeah.
Oh, and 2 nights ago or yesterday morning, we didn't get any snow, but the snow that fell a week ago was still around and light enough. We got such wind Saturday morning. All of a sudden, I walked out, and there are 3-foot drifts all the way the entire driveway.
Yep.
So I had to snow blow again. Didn't snow, but I had to snow blow.
No, the wind was strong enough that it was pulling it in from the western.
And the
Farmlands,
barn door froze shut.
The snow packed in there so hard.
It was nuts. The snow will melt by mid-May.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, okay. I like that. Oh my God. So yeah, any of you folks down south that are enjoying warm weather, I watch your videos and just kind of stare at the trees. And any of you down in Australia that have your videos going and it's nice and hot, Jace and Daz and everybody down south, I'm just going nuts. Just what I'm living through you guys. Let's see what else. Everybody's saying hi to everybody. I just want to make sure I didn't miss anybody.
Oh, California, there you go. Blue collar homestead.
Yeah. Now I don't know. It's a political hot button, but you know what? There's areas that you need to. We've got a lot of forest in northern Minnesota, and there's a Boundary Waters canoe area. And I used to guide up there during the summers of college, and for a while they didn't let fires burn. And if you don't let fires burn, all that tinder and all that underbrush continues to grow, and at some time you have this huge fire. Fire is kind of a natural way to regenerate things, and you need that to turn things over. Well, California, they don't let things burn because they got a lot of houses out there. So I understand it. It's a very touchy subject, but wow, it's I don't know. Let it burn, then you won't have such destructive fires.
Get some controlled burning done, and
then you won't have such erosion. Then when the rains come, and it's all tied together. So, any experience growing cannabis or hemp? You know what? I haven't.
I don't believe it's legal here.
I don't know if you can grow that or if you need special licenses.
Yeah.
There's certain the marijuana laws have just changed in Minnesota. We've been very back. I'm not for or against, so I don't want to get into that one. But we've never grown it. I don't know anybody who has. So
yeah, Melissa says it's not legal in Minnesota yet.
Okay.
So
there's the 50s in West Tennessee. Ice storm. Yeah, that must be the front, and the stuff that's cold here is coming there, so you can share in our in our love. Yeah. God, it's.
Mm-hmm. There you go. I was actually thinking about that.
Yeah. Here's the hard thing, Pam. We don't have water going out to the barn, so we need to bring water out. We bring out, we got 2 3-gallon heated waterers, but we got to carry it out from the house. So there's only one good entrance, and that's the big door. And that's the first time it froze.
Yeah.
So we've been lucky, but yeah, I've thought about putting a little door in there.
Yeah.
It's corrugated metal, and it kind of.
I'm sure we could figure out something.
I want to make sure that I don't put something on there that will let predators in, because it is Fort Knox right now.
Yeah.
So yeah. And the girls, you know what? When it's snowing and blowing or really cold like this, they'll kind of look outside. They don't want to go outside. They're really.
We just need to be able to get in. So just some other than the big sliding door might be.
Yep. Texas Forest Service, control burns. You have to. You really do. Boundary Waters had some. The Boundary Waters canoe area. It's hundreds of thousands of square acres of canoe area, and no motorboats, no getting in. They let it burn one time, and there was huge areas that burned, just totally changed the landscape. And now I haven't heard about a lot of fires up there.
Yeah.
Even with the droughts and all that. Let's see. Yeah, so the control burns, I'm all about that. So, hey, one thing, I'm I wanted to bring up just, and I'm not putting a sales pitch on. I just want to see if people can find it after the live. We have a little Etsy store. We put out our first shirt, and we got a coffee mug out there. We got some other shirts coming, but our logo doesn't quite work well for shirts, so we're working on that. So we got kind of a humorous shirt out there on Etsy. But if you put in Old Swedes Farm as one word,
we should be able to find the store.
or if it
find
doesn't,
us.
it'll say, what's the thing? If it,
Do you mean Old Swedes Farm Store?
okay, it'll say, do you
Link up
mean
on the
that?
top.
And it's hard because we're all logged in as people who have the store, so it's hard for us to check it. If people want to take a look at it sometime on Etsy, find that and just see if you can find it. Drop me a note and let me know. I'd love to have anybody played Farming Simulator? I don't know. I've got enough of a simulator out back. I don't know. When I'm done for the year, I'm done for the year. I don't want to simulate anything. Yeah,
No.
I don't know if anybody's ever been on Farming Simulator. I have no clue. Tubbsy, if you've got questions about certain things, how far apart, what do you plant, this is a great group for gardening. So throw out your questions, and maybe you don't have to go through do that. Hi, Judy. Oh, there it is. Okay, son loves Farming Simulator. And I don't know, is it a game? Is it truly a farming simulator where you're simulating weather conditions and different things? It'd be interesting to know what that is. I don't know. Maybe you can share a little bit of that, Judy.
Blue colors, leave them.
There you go. Got to jump up.
Right.
Have a great night.
Yeah,
thanks for
joining us.
Enjoy the weather before the ice storm.
Yeah.
Ugh. Let's see. Pulled it up on Etsy right away. Do you mean Old Swedes Farm?
Yep.
The store. Okay.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thanks, Don, for checking that. It's hard to check when you're on the inside, trying to pretend like you're on the outside looking in. And
yep. Little Homestead found it.
Great. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah. Thank you.
It's cooking in. Okay. All right. Gardening stuff. I ordered some seeds. We had great luck with our black cherry tomatoes.
Yeah.
And had someone else that wanted them too. So I went out to the store this was probably a week or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
To get the seeds.
Trying to find them.
They were sold out. I was like, no. So I looked at it, found the scientific name, and found what it was, put that on another site. Yep, found it. It's exactly, they said, thank you, here's what it is, here's the cherry tomatoes, that exact variety. Ordered them, they came, and they're not what I ordered. It says black cherry, but it's a whole different. So I don't know how different they're going to be. I'm really disappointed. But I dehydrated a bunch of the black cherry tomatoes from last year. Just cut them in half, the little cherries, and dehydrated them. So I've got a ton of seeds. My question for you all now, and I've got a pot. I took 2 of the halves that I dehydrated, soaked them, then put them in the dirt and planted them just to see if they'd come up. Can you plant dehydrated seeds? I know there's others who, they'll ferment them. They'll, to get the seeds and all the goo around the seeds separated, then they'll dry them. By dehydrating them, can I plant them? Do you think they'll come up? So I'd love to hear your advice.
This is right up his alley.
This is right up my alley. North American milkweeds and growing a variety here in Wales. Okay. You know what, Tubbsy, I'm big. We were working on monarch butterflies. I have always had native gardens, huge areas of a past house that I had in the back was monarch related. So a lot of native grasses and stuff. milkweed are great. Just start them indoors. They're slow growing. The first year they might not bloom. Make sure that you've got varieties that are for your climate, because there are some, like here in North America, some that are native to Texas that are not native to Minnesota, and vice versa. And we've got swamp milkweed that loves their feet wet. We've got the prairie milkweeds. There's a lot of stuff, lot of different milkweeds. So make sure you get the right ones for your climate, so that they're productive and can help the monarchs out. They will have cross-pollinated. Well, thanks, Gwen. I was wondering about that. I really was. So we'll see. We'll see what comes up here. Darn it. That black cherry, you guys know how much I love those.
Find that. Yeah.
Oh.
Not only that, but Pam was saying that if they've been dehydrated, sometimes it's too high of a heat for them to still germinate.
Okay. I did put them, what did I put them at? 150?
Usually 125.
125 or something like that. It was very low. It seems like they get hotter out in the garden than I did in the dehydrator, but we'll see. Good points, everybody. Thank you. We'll see. I mean, in 2 weeks I should know, so I'll try to bring them out. But they could be cross-pollinated. Who knows what they cross-pollinated with? So
it would either be what was right next to it, the yellow pear or the large cherries.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
Yep.
It's always worth a try. Thanks. Yeah, good to have you on. Thank you. I'm going to send a note out. The only reason I was asking you for your email, we're going to send out a note to everybody for $50 February. Just kind of some things to do, and we're going to have a couple of lives and all that. So we'll watch for the email. It's coming your way. Krubby the Beagle, welcome. Nice to have you on. What link are you looking for, Matt? You're going to post a link. I don't know what link. I'm sorry, I might have missed an earlier. Let's see. Probably, that may be too hot. Okay, dehydrating them might be too hot. So I tried. It was just a thought.
I had the same thought. So,
I would assume establishing and maintenance is exactly the same. Just know the variety and I've got a native plants of Minnesota book, and I use that as my guide. And I usually buy native plants that are truly native to Minnesota, but then it gives me a good guide for how to plant them and, what kind of soil they want or where their habitat is. So not knowing the British Isles and the whole area there, I don't know what varieties. You might want to look and see what native plants of the British Isles, something like that, and have that be your guide. I know how to grow things here, but our conditions are so different than many other places around our country, let alone the world. So, Jen and Steve. Yeah, this is going to be the last one. We already talked about that.
Yep.
Come on, you guys. We love our Christmas. So, Jamie, welcome. Yeah, what are you making now?
It's just another blanket.
She's just
getting started on it.
So by next live, it'll be this monster. She's got a few blankets, a few. What's your thing called there?
Oh, my patterns?
No, this thingy.
Oh, hooks?
Your hook. It's got a few hooks in the fire. So, okay, learn to grow. I don't know if you're on the list, but I'll, we've got a video on our channel about all the rules for it. And the rules, saying their rules, kind of guidelines, what we're looking for. Okay, the link for the Etsy. Thank you if you want to throw that out there.
He was trying to. He wasn't able to.
Oh, okay. We're just trying to find
we just wanted to make sure people could find it.
Yeah. let's see. Yeah, they might grow, but February's coming up. So one thing, yeah, keep it for the rest of the year. I want to talk chickens really quick. I put out a video. I was on Facebook. If everybody wants to go back, one video, I think we put out Thursday. I think it was Thursday.
Something like that, yeah.
There was someone on Facebook in a Minnesota group, and they put out a picture of eggs, and they were just absolutely rolled in poop and mud. They looked disgusting. And she said, farm fresh eggs are for sale, or farm fresh eggs are available, something like that. It grossed me out. I couldn't believe it. I thought that's all we need is, the TV station to get a hold of something like that. And then they'd say, well, here's what farm fresh eggs in Minnesota means. And, I couldn't believe it. Oh, by the way, it says Rich, Old Sweets Farm. I'm sorry, I was on another live.
That's okay.
And I took someone off. I'm sorry, since it was just me. So Rich and Holly. But I thought I got to respond to this because it was gross. That's not how eggs should be. That's not. And I put together a guide of what we do to make sure that our eggs don't look like that. And I posted it out on a couple of spots, just to kind of get a conversation going to say, you know what? Hey, this is not normal. This is not how it should be. Here's some easy steps to, there you go. Thank you, Judy.
Yeah, Pam right beneath her. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Just to say, this is not how it should be. And it really was gross. I put it out on, there was like a beginner chicken something, and it's got a lot of members. Well, after 14, 15 hours, it got taken down, and I had a warning from the moderators. But in between then, people really, I'm not going to say they got offended. They didn't even get the idea behind it. And people were, part of homesteading, I think, is doing it right in my book. In other people's book, it came out as, you know what, I'm a homesteader. I can damn well do what I want. It was F the government, F you for telling me how to clean my eggs. If you don't like it, you don't have to wash your stuff. I was like, I never said to wash them. It was unbelievable. And I got a few notes sent to me private. It was bananas. People were like, some of my customers want them with poop on them. And I would talk to them nicely and say, you know what? I don't know if it's within the state guidelines that you can even offer it with or without poop.
Exactly.
Hi, John.
Yeah.
Where's John? There's John. Hi, John. I was so blown away.
Here. Yeah.
What did I?
Next one down. Yeah.
Yeah, everybody took it wrong. It was nuts. But it just, if anybody saw that, I just want to clarify. All I was saying was the cleanliness for me, for all of us as homesteaders, and maybe I'm putting my feelings onto you, but cleanliness starts at the front door. Whether it's your barn, whether it's your yard, whatever. If you've got pigs, chickens, rabbits, whatever. Cleanly, you've got to treat them in a certain way so they give you back product. If I let my girls just run around in mud and poop all day, I guess they could live, but to then try to pass off those eggs to customers, it was just, I just couldn't believe. Yeah, Dawn, it was great. Customers ask for poop. Some of my customers want poop on the eggs. That way they know they're authentic. I almost fell out of my chair when I read that. I just about fell out of the chair. Because it's like, you know what? Farm fresh eggs does not mean poop. Farm fresh eggs means that my girls have been out during the spring, summer, fall, been out free ranging. There's no chemicals involved. they're treated right, they're let to free range or be inside their area, their run.
They have space to move. They're happy
Yeah,
girls, and they're not processed.
It's not a processed. Oh man,
Yeah.
it was nuts. Anyways, that's what I was saying was, you know what cleanliness is, and I truly believe that I don't want to be. I can't. State law says I can't be washing eggs and all that and doing all that because I mean the more I read to it, I don't have the equipment to wash it at 90 degrees. Then the rinse has to be within 10 degrees of what you wash it. Then I need to spray it with a chlorine or chlorine-like solution. Then I don't want to do any of that. I don't have the time. I don't have so it's easier to throw a bale of straw down every week. Let them get the mud off on that and the poop off on that. Let them
create some good compost and.
Oh, it was fun. So, okay, rant off. I just wanted to explain where we were. Okay. Can you write that?
Yep,
write that down?
I already did.
Oh, look at her. Someone's looking out for me. Prairie Road Organic
Thanks,
Seed.
Pam.
Yeah.
We'll give them a check out.
Yes, when we're done. I don't want it. Yeah, Judy. You know what? And you see a lot of things on YouTube. You know, we're all on YouTube, so you see stuff. And there's been some people who do shows that I don't follow, but I've checked on, and it's like, ooh, your chickens are living literally in mud or something, or it's just so confined, and they're standing on layer after layer of poop, and that's why the eggs look like that. I just okay, rant off.
Okay,
rant off.
Yep.
Let me see. Yes, Glenda, you gotta watch. Check out.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was on YouTube, but it definitely was on Instagram. Glenda, put your link down below for your Instagram. Her evening gown going out.
Oh.
She looked gorgeous. Her chicken's all dolled up, and it was funny. Glenda, you threw a great sense of humor on there. And you do get poopy eggs on there. You do get eggs that are broken. You do.
It happens, but
all the time. Heather, you're here. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. We're just talking about Heather's one that takes care of her animals and makes sure that they're clean. Well, you all do. You know what? I watch all your channels. If you guys had really gross stuff, I probably wouldn't be watching that. People get offended. And that's kind of what I thought at the end was, you know what? It's a lot of people who here's the message. They see one sentence of it and they just want to go
read
off.
The whole thing, and
they just want to go off. So, well, yeah. Tubbsy, watch a few channels if you want to learn. Find out what the consistent message is. See what the consistent message is, other than just one person. But yeah, a lot of the channels that are on here really take care of their animals, what I consider the right way. Yep, you can do a lot. If ours get dirty, yes, we will wash the ones that are just poop covered or really nasty.
But then they go in our refrigerator for us.
I'm never giving that to a customer. No way. Yeah, because we're going. I fear it with all this snow out here, and it's
well in the spring, and the girls tend to get out into the field.
The field on three sides of us, and they come, and they are.
Their feet are caked. Honestly, I swear, with this much mud.
Oh,
but that's from them running around in the wet.
They're digging for stuff in the field, and then they come in, and then they walk on the straw that's in the barn, and you will see, and they have this caked mat of mud and straw that they're walking around. It's like these big paddles they're standing on. It's just oh, okay, yeah, there it is. If you're on Instagram, check out Glenda, Hens of GF.
Yeah, I didn't see that. Yep,
it is.
That was good.
Glenda's all looking beautiful. Her chicken's looking beautiful. It's funny. We've got some creative people here Instagram, and just about most everybody on here's got a YouTube channel, got an Instagram account. Check us out on Instagram. We'll follow you back, so it's fun to see everybody that you show a different side on Instagram.
Yep, Matt's got a comment there.
We're
down a couple. There you go.
Right there.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They don't know deep bedding and what it is, because there's someone on a Minnesota page. I shared it there, and the Minnesota people were very nice to me. They understood it. They got it. I think they watched the whole thing. But deep litter, it started a good conversation about deep litter, which was right. Yeah, you guys follow it. We do, especially these nights that are going to be 20 below. God, you need deep litter here.
Then the little heat inside is.
Yep, and in the spring, we've been putting enough out there. Oh my God, we're going to have a mountain of compost. I'm just trying to think about carrying all that out to the garden. So see what.
Yeah, right now we can't even see our raised beds almost. They're buried.
The snow is so deep. It's there you go. You got to do a little bit of cleaning, but part of me, you know, when I was out there and you're doing a little cleaning and checking for eggs. We had a broken egg today in the nesting box. So cleaned out all the straw that was coated, got rid of the partial egg that had been broken. I think it was just a thin shell from one of our older gals. Then girls come up and they want you to rub them, gives you a chance to check their vent, see if they got any mites or any of that. It's just a daily process of doing it. It's not that big a deal. Yeah. It was great, Glenda. So Nicole, and I don't know who's all on Instagram. I'm not out hunting everybody, but if they find us, I follow you right back. It's Yep,
for sure.
Spring compost. It needs a little bit of time to wear down. Once it's worn down or composted up, oh, it's so good.
We'll have a good pile of compost for this spring.
It's been wet here just because of snow coming in from the girls. So that's why we throw down a new bale of straw every week. Gives it that extra just coating, especially by the front where they're walking in all the time.
Where we're walking in.
Where we're walking in all the time too. Yeah, I just don't want to have wet feet, damp. 20 below, damp feet and 20 below.
Girls don't need to be damp. Have it too.
That's 5.5 feet of snow.
Mm.
Okay, I don't feel bad with. We've literally got 2 feet solid everywhere, and drifts are 3.5.
That's after the wind has blown how much away, but
I can't figure that. Let's see. Hat Creek Homestead, welcome aboard. And I'm sorry I don't remember the name. If you want to throw it down, Holly, throw it up one more time. People are asking what you're crocheting.
It's just another blanket. It's just at the start of things. So
there it is. Do we use any limestone powder? No. I don't. One thing I need to do is to get our soil professionally checked this year. I want to do that just for grins, just to find out what are we doing the right thing. We really seem to have a lot of good organic material, so I want to make sure. Oh, Shooty's in the house. Pete. Yep, we do have a nice Pete. We've got a nice flat area. Maybe we should put up the warning track. Pete would love a good 250-foot fence. Launch those home runs. I used to play softball with Pete many years back. We ran the table at state, and we had a lot of fun playing softball. Now all those youngsters are still playing. I've hit the age where I've retired, old man. So it is flat enough out here. We could build it, and they would come. So okay, Dawn, thanks for joining us down in Arkansas. Yeah, it's got to be 60 degrees down there. Balmy, tropical from what we've got here.
Yeah.
Hey, wanted to jump into, we can keep going. There's plenty of conversations within the conversation going in the chat, but $50 February, for those of you that are a part of it, I am going to send out a note because I want to find out how everybody's doing with it. $50 February. So the idea, we put this out, I think in April of last year. Annette over at the Cow Emporium had talked about it with her husband, Glenn. They had done something similar, like $15 a week. And so the object, I'll just talk about Holly and I. You've got a family, which is two people, two-person family, $50. That's the challenge. That's why we put it out last April. The challenge is $50 for groceries for February. The idea, since we put it out in April, was to spend the whole season in North America here raising food, whether it's gardening, chickens, if you've got pigs or cows or whatever your animals are, could you partner together with someone? We partnered with Matt and Sarah. They were nice enough to let us come and have some of their meat chickens. We did some sweat equity and paid for them, but helped them butcher. We learned, and then we got some chickens. So the object was to raise all your food, or as much of it as you could, or hunt, fish, whatever, and cover all your groceries for February except for $50. So we're on the doorstep of February. We've been talking about this for 9 months. Judy, good night. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate you coming in here. So February's here. It's starting. So there's going to be a lot of videos that you'll probably see around the community talking about $50 February. And we have the hashtag 50 and the word dollar, $50 February 2023. And I put that into YouTube today, and there's about 250 videos that are tied to that hashtag. So there's a lot of activity already. But once we get going, I want to see what the challenge is. That's the fun part. It's kind of a challenge in self-sufficiency. How much can you raise yourself? If you're thinking about doing the challenge, the object is not to go out Monday and Tuesday and fill your fridge, your pantry, everything with food, and then not spend anything in February. The object was to raise it, or there's a few stray rabbits that came into my garden and they are now in the freezer. Holly went fishing with her dad. We've got fish in the freezer. We traded eggs and produce for
half a pig and an eighth of a cow.
Yep. So we were able to do some bartering and get some of the stuff. So I'm feeling pretty good, other than beverage. Gotta find someone locally here that I can trade eggs for milk or something. Then I'd be good. I don't know what you're gonna do with coffee. I think orange juice for me and coffee for Holly. There's gonna be our $50 right there. So we'll see. Jace, I didn't. If you snuck in earlier, I didn't see you. Oh, there you did. You just got here. Hi. Thanks for joining us. We're talking about how cold it is here, and I think about you and your corn. Jace's corn is now coming to harvest, and wow, we're living vicariously through all you warm weather folks right now.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm redoing the coop. Yeah. And you know what, our video about the chickens, it did bring out some things. There's a gal that said, she's always got a lot of mud and a lot of poop around. She had a smaller area and about 100 chickens. So I just felt like maybe there's a little overpopulation. We've got a good size 30 by 30 area. It's probably the barn.
Yeah.
I always said it would hold about 60 hens without them really getting on each other's nerves. I think it could get to about 70. We've added some height, some things for them to get away from each other.
Yeah.
But I think 70, but 100 in a smaller area, that might be part of it. So let's see. Barb, I didn't see you jump in. So unless I said hi earlier and I forgot, welcome. I think you got this February covered. Make forever soup. Okay. Did you make forever soup and you're just going to keep a pot going on the stove the whole time? I left it. Well, there's something to share. I'm going to be asking people to share what's working and what's not during February on some videos. So Barb, if you want to share your forever soup recipe, that'd be good. It'd be fun to see what that's all about. And I should have said,
Yeah.
Okay, you brought up a great point that I forgot. $50 is for
Just the
two
two
people.
Yep.
For every child you have, or if you've got a parent or additional person you've got, you get an additional $25 for the month. So that should help you. I don't expect $50 for 12 of you,
No.
or and your mother-in-law, 13 of you. No. You get
Yeah.
some extra stuff. So it's not a win-lose, a yes/no win-lose kind of thing. It is just a good test for self-sufficiency, and maybe it'll lead into a challenge for 2024. So that's where do some videos. Let us know what is working, what's not working. We're going to be real truthful. I'm going to keep track of every penny we spend at the store because I'd really like to see, hey, Ricky, I'd like to see Ricky. I'd like to see how we do. Can we be self-sufficient? That was part of the idea for the farm. Was I hate going to the store all the time. I hate, can we grow our own? Can we raise our own? Can we? So, Dawn, I hope to try $50 Feb next year. You know what? I think you got on board after it got going, and you've been laying down some of the infrastructure. Again, it's not a win-lose. Maybe think about it for next year. What do you need to put in place to be more self-sufficient? So it's it was changing my gears a little bit with the farm. So, and it really challenges you to put away as much as you can when the garden's really producing. So let's see. For the 72 in one go. Yeah. We've got a small coop. We've got a big coop. So you gotta be flexible. Or we use some of ours. We start the chicks out in one, then we move them to another when they're mid-sized, so that they sleep separate from the big girls. Then we put them all together. Okay, I'll check out your video for about $250. Yeah, with you got 13 people, so you have $50 plus 11 extra. Oh, you got more than $250. You're in the $300 range. So don't sell yourself short here. Never. Yep. Okay. Just kept it going. Yeah, sourdough bread. That's something that Holly's taken up now. She bulk bought a lot of flour. And what we're trying to do is use some of the egg money, some of the garden money to buy those things. So, in a way that's bartering, I guess. But we'll see where we fall short. But yeah, there you go. Dairy equals more land. I need to find someone around here who has a cow and would like to trade some eggs for a few gallons. That would be. I love it. I love milk. Someone else not so much. So
doesn't always sit the best. So.
Oh well. Yeah, Holly's been making sourdough bread. Oh my God, it's just so good.
Made an attempt today for sourdough bagels. So let's see how those turn out in the morning.
They were good. Yes, Ricky, I'm glad you brought that up. A huge fire. It was like a 50-foot by 600-foot chicken facility in Connecticut, I believe.
100,000 chickens.
So if you're out in that area, the value of your eggs just went up. I'm not saying gouge your customers. I'm just saying, wow. I'm not sure how many chickens were in a 50 by 600.
I think I heard 100,000.
100,000. See, that just blows me away with the number that they can pack into. I feel bad with our 30 by 30 foot with 60 in there, thinking it might be crowded. I can't imagine 100,000. I can't imagine collecting 100,000 eggs.
I'm sure they've got.
I'm sure they do.
Yeah.
And we're going to start getting migratory birds again. So I'm sure the chicken flu is going to start making the news again. And fried chicken prices. There you go, Rick. That's so bad. There you go. Holly, have you made sourdough pancakes?
Yes, I have.
They were
We had
good.
Yes.
They were really good.
Yeah, I need to make the batter up again and have some of those this month.
The chicken. Glad I have chickens.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I said hi when you came in. I didn't see you come in. Welcome. And I don't know your name. If you want to throw that down, then I'll try to remember for the next time you jump in. Yeah, sourdough pancakes. They were really good. They were dense, a lot denser than some of the other.
Yeah, it was a pretty thick batter that I made.
Okay.
I could have thinned it out a little bit. But yeah.
Yeah, well, they were great. Gwen, I was just thinking out in that area, that might be a facility that fed, a certain area in Connecticut. Who knows?
Yeah.
It's just when you see something that big, 100,000. So there's maybe 100,000 eggs a day. So that it has a little bit. So you're going to have a little bit of. Let's see, Lori. Yep, we're at eggs. Yeah, I don't know. 100,000 eggs a day, possibly. That'll have an impact on something. I mean, that's almost 1 million eggs a week. Or 750,000 eggs a week. Wow, that's a lot of omelets.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay. Yeah, I've never been to a chicken facility. Not that they let me in, probably. Not that I'd go. With some of them that have had bird flu, you got to watch what you track out. If you step on something, I don't want to track it out and bring.
Or be the one to bring it into their facility either.
I'm sure they would. If I said I had chickens, they'd probably be leery about even letting me in. So there you go, Barb. You got rid of them. Woo-hoo! Barb's had a rooster problem. It's a quantity issue, not quality. They're quality roosters. It's the quantity. So, oh my gosh. Good. I'm glad you found someone to take them versus having to, end their life. That's so much better. Anyways, back to the $50 February. We're just trying to figure out a meal plan now. Holly said it a couple of times, and I always tend to, oh yeah, that's great. Let's sit down and figure our meal plan, and then I head off in another direction. So,
squirrel.
That might be what I'm eating. There's a couple of wasquy wabbits that have been out running around our yard, so we might have some extra food for February.
Actually, with the snow, we could probably track down where they're hiding.
Yep. Well, the tracks are everywhere, but it'll be interesting. Obviously, I know that February 1st. Well, there's probably some sourdough bread, and I'm having eggs. Okay, now we need to cook something in January here on the 31st to make sure we got some leftovers for lunch, and then we can kind of get into the flow. Yeah. But it'll be an interesting step, and then it'll also play into all the seed catalogs we've got here. What do we run out of? What are we short on? I noticed we've got a lot of squash downstairs from our garden. Some of it's kind of getting to the end. I can tell it's getting a little softer. So at the start, I think I'm going to be having some squash. Someone's not a squash, as much a squash friend, but
no, not big on it.
I'm going to be having some squash. I love squash, and I want to make sure that I've got some squash before it goes bad. I do not want to grow squash all summer, then have it in our basement all winter and have it go bad. So
maybe I can make some desserts with it. Cook it up and I'll make some desserts.
She does do good with those. What was the bourbon whiskey or
pumpkin cheesecake?
Yeah.
But with butternut squash.
Butternut squash, and then the topping was
bourbon whipped cream. Brown sugar bourbon whipped cream.
It was way over the top good. So not all, this whole exercise does not have to be doom and gloom, self-sufficiency, that kind of thing. I'm also thinking like, Friday night comes and Holly had made some great Bloody Mary mix. And even though we bought it at the store, I'm not going to produce my own
vodka.
but it's infused with peppers from our garden.
Yep.
We've got all the little pieces to put into a good Bloody Mary. I'm thinking that might be a Friday night kind of sit back and watch a movie and have a homemade Bloody Mary minus the store-bought vodka. So yeah,
Yep.
we have a whole side of our basement that it's all the shelves that we're using for starting our seeds, because above the shelves are all the lights for starting the seeds. But right now it's all squash.
We got butternut down there. We got spaghetti. We got a couple buttercup.
Bunch of acorn.
And acorn. Yeah.
That might be it. Yeah, our spaghetti squash have really maintained to the point where we've got a lot of spaghetti squash.
Yeah.
We
might be eating a lot of spaghetti squash this month.
Or people that are in our CSA, they might be getting a semi-fresh spaghetti squash to start as well. So it was good. Okay, Gwen, you've done. This was horseradish,
Worcestershire celery salt,
and home tomatoes.
Yeah,
it's
home
thick.
cooked way down. Yeah.
Let's see.
Melissa was asking what seed catalogs we use.
Oh, pull them out. Let's see.
Yeah.
Pumpkin pie needs 2 cups.
Yeah. So we've got Baker Creek.
Yep.
These are ones that we've gotten in the mail that we really need to look through. We've got Territorial, Seeds and Such.
And we got from them last year, didn't we?
Yeah.
They had some good quality.
Tomatoes. Totally Tomatoes. We got some of our tomatoes from them, but they've got a bunch of other stuff. Young Seeds. We get a whole bunch of them. And then of course they'll stand by Gurney's.
Yep. Everybody gets Gurney's.
Mm-hmm. So a lot of good ones. A lot of them we need to look through and see what we want to get and where.
You know you're a gardener when you're it's that time of year. This is the mail person.
And we don't get just one from each of them.
Oh my gosh.
They send them on monthly basis, I think, right now.
And I forget what I ordered from Gurney's, and I've got my inbox. It's like, how do I get off your mailing list?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I think we got our blueberries from them.
Maybe that's right. It never ends. It just never ends. So the mail, which is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Pam, you're right. Hands love squash. You know what? If one of our squash does go soft,
that's where it goes.
We cut it in half, bring it out there.
Yep.
Anytime we bake or anytime we use squash for cooking, all the seeds are scooped out and thrown into the coop. Those girls love it.
Okay. And Gwen, choose your
Tubbsy, thanks for joining us.
Good night.
If you're over in the British Isles, it's 2 in the morning. Go to bed. That's what Baker Creek and My Gardener and Seed Savers. Seed Savers is where the black cherry tomatoes were from last year, and they're totally out of them. They're sold out already. So
so we'll have to
dwarf tomatoes. You know, I've seen people grow them. I don't know. I've got the space, so to do all these little plants, you know, I want production. So, but they'd be great get some of those dwarf ones. I'm wondering if you could grow them inside during the winter.
Oh yeah.
Or start them in the fall, get them just about to produce, and then have them in a sunny window and keep them all winter, so you could be going with that.
Yeah.
Hi, Leanne. Welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Scroll up a little.
I'm jealous.
Oh.
Jace, I'm jealous.
Yep.
What did I miss?
Scroll up above. Gwen used her cherry tomatoes to make her Bloody Mary mix. And the second one down too. So. Yeah.
I don't know what did you use? You used a paste tomato.
Yeah, from the year before, I still had a bunch of like diced tomatoes and whole tomatoes downstairs, so I started making sauce. And he's like, well, "Why don't you make Bloody Mary mix?" And so that's what I wound up doing with a bunch of them. But you know, just the ease of saucing them all and then cooking them down.
You guys got blurry to me. We're talking about Bloody Marys. I don't know what happened there.
Yeah.
Let's see. She's okay. Glenda's growing dwarf right now.
Okay.
Orange hat. So, I mean, don't they get to maybe 18 inches tall, but they really produce quite a bit. So if you had a long planter, you could have it in front of the window over here to the side. You could have a few. I'd love fresh tomato. I'd probably eat them all in one sitting, but
yeah, for your video, that's where we could have gotten your fresh tomatoes.
there you go.
Yeah.
Barb, there's not a playlist. If you just go and put up on YouTube, up on the top in the lookup bar, just put hashtag $50 with the word dollar, $50 February 2023. It'll say there's so many videos, and you can click on it, and they're all there. But I'll try to. Maybe I'll talk to you. I'll try to do a playlist or something to get everybody's videos, how they're doing. Put it in some place. That'd be a really good idea. Okay, they're not 8 to 10 inches tall. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
That'd
That would
fun.
be fun to have inside.
That'd be.
We'll have to have our own little like garden space inside, a little herb garden and
some stuff.
dwarf tomatoes. Yeah.
Okay, here's the question now. What tomatoes are we looking for this summer? Well,
Yes.
obviously the black cherry. Now, I got black cherry, but as I said, it's a different variety. That's why I'm trying to plant some of them that I dehydrated just to see if that'll work. I want to go with a lot of the same stuff we did last year. The cherry tomatoes, as you remember, we had 40 different plants.
We had 5 each of 4 different ones for the cherry tomatoes.
For the cherry tomatoes, we had
And
five
then 5
plants.
each of 4 different.
5 of cherry tomatoes is too much. Cherry tomatoes go bananas, and we also had yellow pear tomatoes. We could probably have 1,
maybe 2.
They weren't tasty, but we ended up using them. Holly was making sauce, a hot sauce.
Yep, I used them as the base for a habanero hot sauce that I made.
And they were fantastic for that. But to have 5 plants, that was overkill. So we got to kind of proportion it a little different, because almost all of these got to be 6 to 10 or 12 feet tall. I mean, that tomato alley you saw
we
was.
couldn't even get around to the backside really to get to the rest of them.
Yeah, I want to do better at pruning them, and I did a great job. But the cherry tomatoes just started moving out the back, and
and then we had cantaloupe in the
Squash
back,
there,
and so we couldn't even get at them from the backside.
Okay, it's just a
So,
lot.
yeah.
Whoops. Just a second. Romas. Barb's doing Romas. You know what? I've never had good luck with Romas. Maybe it's time we jump back into Romas.
Could give them a try. I really liked our.
How tall do they get?
San Marzanos we did last year.
Melissa, what type of 4 feet tall and produce 10-ounce tomatoes? I don't know what variety. Melissa, throw down what variety it
I
is.
think it might have been up higher.
Okay, Baker Creek Black Cherry. Dawn, you tell me what you need from me, and we'll do a seed swap. Just you let me know. We've got a lot of seeds from last year that worked really well. Send me a note. You got my email. Send me a note, and we'll work something out. One grape. What was that? Mexican midget. Now, I thought the plant was going to be a little smaller. I put it in the middle of our garden. That was a disaster.
Yep. He thought it was going to be just a little, like a dwarf, and it got to be.
It was a shrub.
Yeah.
It produced thousands.
Tiny little tomatoes.
Bigger than a pea, but not a lot. Marble. Perfect. Marble sized. Mexican midget. Tastier than all get out.
Yeah.
But it
Super
was such a
intense.
shrub. I couldn't get into it. So it needs to be trained up. I'm going to do it again just as a one-off.
And maybe we can put that one off in where we're with our other cherry tomatoes.
Let it shrub, or put it out front and let it shrub and let it fall and let the girls pick it clean.
Yeah.
Because they'll love it.
Yeah, that's what we wound up doing with some of those is, it's like I'd go in, I'd reach in to grab like 2 or 3, and about 20 I'd hear hit the fabric.
So then you're throwing them out to the girls.
Well, I'm reaching under, and I love the fabric at that point because then I could just roll them all towards me.
There you go. Glenda's making fresh marinara.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh no.
That's too bad. Yeah. We really
Yeah. No, I really like the San Marzanos we did last year.
Just 5 cherry, Gwen. We had four varieties.
We had 20 cherry tomato plants.
4 varieties with 5 plants each.
So the sweet 100s, yellow pear, black cherry,
the black cherry,
and then they were called large cherry.
So
they were almost like a Campari
tomato
size. That's a
lot. And we had a couple other families in the CSA, so we were giving them away as well.
Yep.
It was
and the chickens were having their fill.
Yeah. We had so many. I brought some to the food shelf.
Yeah.
When you have 20 plants, it was bananas. It was just nuts. Okay, Romans will go to 6 feet tall. In the past, maybe my soil hasn't been right where I've done it. They've gotten a couple feet tall. They get too heavy with the fruit that's on it, and then they fall over and they start rotting. They were really bad.
But with our trellis, though,
maybe with the trellis, we can do better.
We can give them a try.
Write it down. Romas are back in the. If we're going less of some other varieties, we can add a few new varieties. So, wow, Nicole. Okay. Dwarfs, micros. See, we can't do patio tomatoes. Well, we can, but we'd have to put them out in the garden just with chickens. If I put anything, we've had plants before on the deck. They'll eat them, knock them over, poop on them. That's about all the chickens are going to help you with. So, Italian tomatoes.
Yes.
Which
the San Marzanos again. So that's what she's talking about. The basically a paste tomato. The Amish paste were really good that way too, and then the Jersey Devils were just the long, skinny, very meaty.
Yep.
Got a lot of good sauce out of them.
See you later, Ricky.
Good night,
Thank you for joining us. I'm trying to think of the sauce tomatoes that we grew last year. I'd do them again in a heartbeat. We did have, what was the big one? And that was
the German pink.
German pink. We got that as a gift.
It was an extra. Hey, thanks for ordering. Here's a couple random ones from Seeds and Such.
It got too big. They cracked. They were monsters. They were monsters. But they would get too big before they'd get ripe and crack and mold and no. The girls ended up, I'd get rid of the moldy part and throw the rest out to them, and they loved them. But spoon tomatoes, okay.
Oh,
I've never.
Okay, not good for eating. So
it's all my fault. I love cherry tomatoes. Oh my God, that's what, as you saw in that video last week, I miss going out in the garden, and that's why I needed that time travel to go back and have some. That's the best part of gardening right there. So, I bet you there's going to be a million extra, where the
plants coming up,
in the back or everywhere. Barb, you know the routine. Barb wanted to get some gardens going, and now you've got gardens everywhere, but they're so nicely fenced in, Barb. I love what you've done for chicken prevention, but just with your gardens and all that. God, it's so nice.
And Grace,
this
that one, yes. Strange girls.
They're called Italian tomatoes.
Okay.
From an Amish man. Okay. Check out amishman.com and see where Leanne got her. Oh,
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. Whoops.
No, German pink.
German pink is what we
So
had.
They didn't get bright red. They actually stayed pink when they were.
But they
ripe.
were, I could literally,
Yeah.
some hold them in both hands. They were probably a 2-pound fruit.
Mhm. They were big. They would like.
No, don't do your little hand. These were seriously, they were monsters.
Yeah.
But they just didn't mature.
Mhm.
And it could be Minnesota. I don't know. So we got them for free as a, hey, thanks for buying them.
Yeah.
So it was worth a try, but it just didn't work out.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Fresh.
Yeah.
Is there anything better? I do love walking by the pea aisle and grabbing fresh peas and eating those.
Oh, just anything fresh from the garden. I'm actually wanting to try those, the little tiny cucumbers you can see in the store that they like to give kids so they can just chew on them.
No.
I want to grow some of those so you can just kind of grab that and.
There's certain vegetables I really like, and there's certain vegetables that I'm could I take an onion and eat it? You'll slice up a kohlrabi. That was nasty.
Yeah.
But other stuff, yep, sign me up. That's the best part of, we get our stuff in June 1st. Somewhere mid-August, it happens. The tomatoes, all of a sudden, they're ready, and it explodes for the next month and a half. And during that month and a half of the year, any chance I get, and there's no, there's more calories. You expend more calories picking it than you do eating it. That's the best part. You're dieting just by eating. So,
free chickens.
Yeah. Hey, go over to their spot. That's what we're trying to avoid. That our girls, free range, so they cross the road, and they're over in our neighbors. We've got one neighbor across the street. God bless her. She's the best neighbor to have.
Oh yes.
But oh my gosh, when they get in her garden, I get the red broom out and I'm chasing. You get back here, girls. Chasing them.
And she does have a dog, but it's a collie.
Oh, and he can care less about this.
Yeah, it's like they could walk right up to him, and he'd be like, "Oh, okay."
Disney. I'm like, Disney, chase the girls. Chase the. No, he just looks at me like, really?
Yeah.
Good morning, Blue. Yeah. How are you? Thanks for joining us early in the morning, almost, I think, 3 a.m. there. Yikes. Yeah. Let's see. Lori's got a question. Look out.
Yeah.
Yep. You can spend the $50. And the $50 does not include toilet paper, personal supplies.
This is just food.
Just food. We're trying to just, be self-sufficient on the food side. So if you want to buy $50 in, you know what? Holly found a great thing for chicken. We've got plenty of chicken, but just for stocking up in the future, she saw a sale on, what was it, drumsticks? And
it was a 10-pound bag of leg thigh chicken quarters for $5.
It was like, what? Get a couple, So we're trying to.
Yep. So I got those and I separated them out. So now we have packs of legs and packages of thighs in the freezer that are more usable than that big 10-pound bag.
So we've got plenty of chicken now for quite a while.
Yeah.
But
and then
Lori, whatever you want to spend the $50 on, that's up to you. That's where you kind of prioritize. If you want to get a big $50 steak, go for it. If you want to get $50 of other meat, do whatever. It's hopefully you've got something from the garden that can supplement that. But see what you can. Maybe this time it's $140 we spend. Then it's okay. Where do we fall down? Learn from that and try to be better next year.
Yeah.
Something. Hi, Teresa. Welcome. Thanks for joining us tonight. Good to have you in the house. You can sell your kohlrabi. Really? I've got some kohlrabi for you. I'm not a fan. I'm just not a fan.
I love it. Yeah.
I'm just not a fan. 54 tomato plants. We had 40 plants. We had a 40-foot row, but I planted them every 2 feet. So we had 40 plants.
15 really paste tomatoes that I really had to process, and then another 5 of the German pink. Everything else was cherry tomatoes and stuff. And a couple of years ago, I'd made a cherry tomato sauce. So we still had some of that. It's just not overdoing on some things and looking what I had in the basement and trying to change up and
trying to just figure out what do you need. And so this would be a good test for us, because I'd also like to keep a list of what did we use during February, so we know, approximately not 1 month of usage, but what's it cost? Not cost. What is it? What do we need for a month of food for 2 people? So it'll be interesting to see what comes of this.
Yeah.
54 tomato plants. Leanne. Hubby better be taking you out on date nights after that. Once the frost hits and you can calm down.
Yeah.
Let's see. Good to have you along, Teresa. Just waking up. Blue's just waking up. Good. Well, when we're done with this, we're about gassed. We'll be ready to go to bed. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, just make sure they're not sick. Don't shove them in there. But let's see. Oh, hey, dynamite! I could use a knit hat. Rebecca, I didn't see you jump in. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. It's gonna be 20 below the next couple of nights, so it'd be good to have some knit hats. Good. Yeah, get your. I'm feeling like where we're gonna be poor is in beverage.
Yep.
We're gonna have to get some orange juice. I love my orange juice. I like milk. Holly loves her
gallon
coffee.
Of each every week.
Yeah.
So that's.
Well, I'm gonna try to do some other things or cut back. I want to make the $50, so I don't want to spend it all on orange juice. So what?
There you go.
Oh, you're ready. Jeez.
Yeah.
You're gonna be. If anybody runs out of food, Leanne's got it. Oh my God.
Yep.
400 pounds of beef. Wow. Good for you. You take. There's a few YouTubers out there just take food prep to a whole different level. We're seriously, and that's a compliment. I don't mean that in a bad way. Just you take it to such a different level than where we're at, and it's all baby steps. We weren't even close to where we are 2 years ago, or a year ago. It's really got things ready. Oh. Pickled carrots. Yes.
Done.
If you're in the area, gang, we went down, Lori and her husband, Steve, we went down to for Oktoberfest at a brewery and met them. It's down right by their house. And I thought, pickled carrots, that's not, no. That's, oh my God. I couldn't put them down. No. I think I ate about the whole jar.
Yeah.
Lori, anytime you want to swap eggs for that, I will go out and hand pick the best eggs of the day. You'll have those. Oh my, they were so good.
Yes, next year when we have fresh carrots, for sure.
Pantry sorted. Grab milk and bread. There you go. Once you get some stuff, all set up, then it's just all the little accessories. It's the beverage side. That's where. Barbara, I was looking at, who's got a cow around here? Who's got some goats or something we could trade some milk for? And I don't know anybody that does right around here. I hear cows every now and then, but I think those are
a lot of them are
beef cows.
Yeah, I don't see a lot of dairy farms around here.
Yeah, Tennessee, Kentucky. I've heard this cold we're getting is going to meet some moisture down by you, and hopefully you don't get a lot of cracking tree branches. And we had a lot of, I don't want to say ice, but a heavy frost for days, that hoar frost or whatever. And you could just see everything sagging. And I thought,
icicles had icicles on them.
Yeah, it was interesting. So I don't wish that on anyone. When I'm those of you in the $50 February, I'm going to be sending out an email. The next 2 lives we're going to have are in February. I'm going to try to get a panel for each of the lives, just to kind of discuss how we're doing, what the holdups are, and give everybody a chance to meet some new channels. So I'm going to try to get some people who aren't normally in here and some regulars if people want to get on, and try to get that going. Boy, I feel stuffed up, like I'm getting a cold or something. I don't know, something right during. I'm allergic to lives, but so that's what we're looking at for the next couple ones.
Mm-hmm.
If what?
Barb's, I'm not going on a panel.
Well, you made that really apparent, Barb, because I asked Barb to come on a panel one time. Nope. I stubbed my toe. My mother-in-law's coming into town. She had 18 different excuses.
Yeah.
No, Barb, we'll get you on here one of these times. We'd love to have you on. You've got such good insight and a different perspective from a different part of the country than what we have. So hold on, Hat Creek. No power for 3 days.
Ouch.
Yeah, an inch of ice. That's nuts. That is heavy weight on everything. I'm a ham radio operator, so you put a wire antenna up, and then you add even a half inch of ice onto that. The wind load and the weight of that is unreal. And trees.
We had some interesting weather. It froze up your antenna for a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I couldn't turn my antenna up on my big rotor and all that. Katie, how you doing? Oh, I hit the wrong one. Oh, hi, Mayfield Ranch. Okay. The stuff moves.
And
there you go. And Lynn jumped in there too. Hi, Katie. Sorry about that. Hit the wrong one. And Lynn, cold. Yeah. Good evening from cold Minnesota. You bet. We're talking about that. What?
No, nothing. You're good.
Let's see. And I don't know what 93 and 94, that must have been a heck of an ice storm with 25, 20, 30 years ago. Jeez.
Yeah.
But Barb, everybody wants to see you on the panel. Come on, you've got good insight. You'd be just. We'll get a petition going. Well, I'll work on something. We'll get you on here. 1 inch of ice. 1 inch of ice
Ouch.
is everybody. Just if you're, I don't know if that's tonight or if you can get your supplies and stuff, get everything set, because you might be without power. An inch of ice is just literally tons of wind load and weight on the wires, the trees, I don't wish that on, we always make fun of the snow. I'd rather take 2 feet of snow versus an inch of ice on stuff. It's so much easier to get around in snow and move snow versus ice. So keep us posted. Those of you in the path of the storm, I'll be watching your channel for little updates, but I hope things work good. Let me see. Getting ice storm. Yeah, ice storms are the worst, no doubt. North of Houston, flooding rains. Man, anybody get some sunshine and 70 today? Jeez.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah, Linda. We had Halloween. It's Halloween of 91. It started snowing, 11 in the morning, and they said, it'll be a few inches, and then they revised the forecast, and then the storm came the perfect path. And we had over 3 feet of snow on Halloween of 91.
And it even, not only did it hit the Twin Cities area, it even got us up north.
Yeah.
I mean, we were snowed in and
the 3 feet of snow when they don't even have the plows on the front of the big trucks to do it. It
literally went from nothing to everybody's buried.
And the snow didn't leave till,
Spring.
late March, early April. So when the snow melted, there was all these flattened pumpkins underneath because everybody had their pumpkins out, and it snowed 3 feet on top. It was really bad. I was kind of saying that facetiously since we were below zero most of the day, Katie. But Katie had a great day.
Good. We had sunshine too. But
I know.
It was.
Lori had good weather too. No,
it was a little cold.
Cold sun.
Yeah.
We're just in a time of year when it's just kind of gloomy a lot, and
If it's gloomy, that means it's warmer outside. If we get the sun, then that means it's cold.
unreal. Thank you, Katie, for just turning that screw just a little bit more. Mud City. Yeah, Barb, you've had a lot of rain.
Yeah.
Your girls, we're
Yeah.
going to get little floaties for all your chickens to put on their legs just so they can kind of float around. It's been, it's been bad.
Yeah.
Temp 41. "28 inches of partly cloud." Where's Blue? At the moment. Life in a Valley.
Yeah.
Oh. Blue, I don't even know where you are exactly in England, where you are. I know a couple of the major towns. I'm a big Liverpool supporter, Liverpool Football Club, although today we had a tough day, but I don't know where you are from, Liverpool or London. Which one are you?
No.
78 was something. Yeah, it was that storm just, and then there was like one around Thanksgiving that same year. It was a year of snow.
Yeah.
Everybody, this is fun when you say that. Do you remember this? And then everybody has a certain storm that stands out in their memory from years gone by. It's so funny. You're in New York. There had snow the other week. Oh, geez.
Ooh.
I'll have to look on the map
Yeah.
and put it all together. We were watching a few. I try to associate everybody with different football clubs over there, so trying to figure out all that. 25 inches of rain. I'm assuming you guys would never get 25 inches of snow, so that must have been a hurricane or some sort of tropical storm that just dumped on you. That's the one thing we won't get here. Although there was one hurricane that tracked right, it seemed like it went right up to
It
Mississippi.
went up into Wisconsin.
But we got a little bit of the rain from it, a little bit, not a lot, but it was just, I can't imagine getting 20 inches of rain. That just blows me away.
Yeah.
All that. Okay, you're Western Mass. I was wondering where you were. I used to get out there a bunch. So get out to Franklin, Mass. Get in and out of Boston. Hate getting a rental car in Boston Airport. Oh, that bus ride from the airport to just takes too long.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Hey, we're a little bit over and wrapping it up. We're going to try to have a couple of panels the next couple of weeks, talk about things. I'm sure gardening and chickens will find their way in, but we're going to try to do a little $50 February panel for the next couple, 25 inches of rain.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody that's in the path of that ice storm and other stuff, keep us posted. We'll be thinking of you, but let us know how you're doing. Everybody have a couple of good weeks if we don't talk to you earlier. Take care.
Good night.
See ya.